Hey, so how many of you, type in the comments and let me know, are into any type of personality tests, whether it's Enneagram, DISC, Myers-Briggs, the colors. I know there's others out there that I'm not even familiar with. But let me know, is this something that interests you? Do you know what types you are in those different tests? If you're not familiar with the Enneagram, I want you to pause this video right here, go to myenneagramcoach.com. I'll put the links in the comments for you or in the description, depending on where you're finding this, and take the Enneagram assessment. Just so that you have an idea of what number you are, so that as you're listening to this, you can be like, oh yeah, that's the number. Some of them you may listen to it and you'd be like, that's definitely me. I don't even have to take a test or an assessment, whatever. I don't want to say test, that sounds scary. For me, I did take the assessment, but it was really obvious as I went through it where I was trending, and I know for sure that I'm an Enneagram 1, and the character traits and things that show up in those personalities are definitely me. Anyway, disclaimer, I guess, kind of statement. I love these to help me understand why my brain works the way it does and why I enjoy some of the things I do, and why I may struggle in some of the places I do. But I don't think that any Enneagram, any personality test should define us. Like, all of us have flaws, all of us have strengths. But I think we need to take it and use it to understand ourselves, and then use that understanding to improve who we are. So I know some people get real uncomfortable with personality typings because of that. So just know that that's where I'm coming from. And honestly, I'm not going to try to type you. I'm just going to explain these types to you. All of the information that I got about the different numbers in the Enneagram is from my Enneagram coach. So anything that's described about these is from them. It was not original with me, but I did take some oils and pair it with the types in there. So there's 9 types in the Enneagram. You can fall anywhere in those. Some of them you may find you're like really close. Like for me, I'm a strong 1, but I'm also really close to an 8. So you can kind of see those. Enneagram types also have wings. I'm not even going to try to cover that. You can do more study on the Enneagram if you want to understand those. So type 1s, I'm going to try to keep this short. We are the moral perfectionist. Our desire is integrity and balance, and our fear is being evil or irresponsible. And I am cheating off my notes beside me because there's no way I was going to memorize this. At our best, we are ethical, reliable, productive, wise, idealistic, honest, orderly, and self-disciplined. As a 1, when I am those things, it lights something in me. I feel like I have contributed. I've had a good day. I've been helpful in some way. It kind of makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. And I think every Enneagram type would be that way. Like when you're living in the best part of your personality type, then that's when you can really begin to help others and that sort of thing, because you're being who God created you to be. So some oils that Enneagram 1s could use to magnify this when they are at their best is peppermint. This one is great for waking up your brain, helping you to be that creative and organized person. Also, clarity pairs well with this. I'll be honest, I don't particularly care for the smell of this oil, but the effect of it in helping my brain stay focused and like free of the fog and just be present at what I'm doing is really helpful when I'm especially wanting to sit down and work on a project or something like that. At our worst, and this one hurts, but it's true. Here we go. We're judgmental, inflexible, dogmatic, critical of others. That's me sometimes. Uptight, controlling, also me sometimes. Jealous, and we can be really fixed on our imperfections. Yeah, also me, a lot. Not just sometimes, a lot. We can easily come in and help improve things because we can see those imperfections, but when it's our own imperfections, that can take a really dangerous turn. I fight that all the time, every day. Let's just be honest. So some oils that can help when we are struggling at our worst. Oh, you guys, Here we go. My slides are out of order. Stress away. And I think everybody can use this one, but especially ones. We tend to put a lot of undue stress on ourselves because of our type and who we are. Acceptance, to accept who we are and accept the fact that sometimes we do make mistakes, or even accept others. When we're in that critical mood of others, this could really help. And forgiveness for ourselves and for others because we need it. If you want feedback, we are definitely the type of person to come to, and then we just have to remember to do it in love and not just be like, that stunk. Here's how to do better. Oh, then type 2s, these are the supportive advisors. Their desire is to feel loved and wanted, and their fear is being unloved and unwanted. So pretty, I don't want to say basic, but you get the idea. Like, that's not hard to understand. At their best, they're loving, compassionate, nurturing, generous, supportive, hospitable, and they're tuned into how other people feel. I love that they have this because I definitely don't. So I need those 2 friends in my life. So some oils that are good for them. Oh, you guys, I got an eyelash or something. I could feel something that itch. I was wondering what it was. There we go. Got it. At their best, the oils that they can use are lavender and gathering. Gathering for bringing together those people to bring out that hospitableness of them. Is that a word? And lavender just to keep those emotions, those good emotions that they have about wanting to help people, being compassionate and supportive. It's a great oil for that. At their worst, they're intrusive, martyr-like, indirect, manipulative, possessive. They can flatter. They may be needy, and they may be overly accommodating. So some oils that can help them in this department is One Voice. The oil One Voice is fantastic for helping you speak up, whether that's for others or for yourself. White Angelica, this is fantastic for guarding your energy and emotions so that you don't take on all the things of others. And I really think the 2s can lean that way. So just to help you guard yourself, you can easily just like put this on the crown of your head, on your crown, forehead, over your shoulders. A lot of people just kind of rub it all the way down, almost like an energy shield. And then Valor, to give them the courage to speak up when they're in a situation where they may want to be that like overly accommodating person, or if they're feeling intruded on or something like that. The 3s, these are the successful achievers, and I can kind of relate to them a little bit too. I think we can all relate to some of these in some ways. Some others, maybe they're polar opposites, but anyhow, their desire is a feeling of self-value, and their fear is being a failure or unsuccessful. So at their best, they are optimistic, self-affirming, efficient, self-propelled, energetic, goal-oriented. They're a team builder, and they are motivated. These people are so much fun to work with in a team because they keep everyone going, and they keep the energy up, and they're just great. So some oils to help them at their best, if I can get that to close, there we go, is gathering. Again, bringing those people together, getting that team motivated, working as a one unit. Motivation, they're already motivated, so they may not need a lot of this, but just to propel what they already have, maybe put it on all their friends so that everybody's motivated, right? Diffusing it, something like that. And our blend energy, because they have that perky energy and they want to keep that up and be able to share it with others. At their worst, they are deceptive, self-promoting, pretentious, vain, superficial, they can exploit people. I can't say it in the in the form I have here. They're overly competitive, and they can be a workaholic. And I can relate to that one in some ways. Like I said, I think we all can. So some oils to help them with this is humility, to not be that self-promoting person, to kind of keep their role in check. Harmony, to work well with others, to not become competitive with other people when it's not necessary. I mean, there is time for competition, and I love a good competition, so I am not bashing that at all. But there's times where we need to be able to step back and just kind of work as one and blend in a little bit more and have that harmony. And then also tranquil, to just kind of calm them down and keep them in their good traits. Then 4s, these are the romantic individualists. One of my best friends is a 4, and I love her. Their desire is authenticity and uniqueness, and their fear is being common or inadequate. Don't we all feel that a little bit? At their best, they're authentic, introspective, compassionate, expressive, creative, supportive, refined, and unique. And I can see my friend in this oh so much. And if she's listening, she knows who she is. Some great oils for them is magnify your purpose, because they have a purpose that is completely all their own. I mean, we each do, but I love how they go after the unique parts of what their purpose is in life. Also, awaken, to help them with that, not help them, but to magnify that expressiveness, their creativity. And then lemon verbena. This brings out some things in personalities and characters, and I did not write down why specifically I put that in there. So if you're a 4 and you're just dying to know, message me and I'll look it up again. Swiping slides. At their worst, they are withdrawn. They can have exaggerated moods. They can become depressed. They could lean towards self-pity. They can be moralistic, self-absorbed, possessive, and temperamental. Oh, yeah. None of these are, but at their worst can be a little painful, but it's just how those personalities lean. So some good oils for them would be Idaho Blue Spruce. This is an amazing oil for so many emotions. And I feel like all of these things are extremely emotional. Being withdrawn, having exaggerated moods, you're depressed, you're self-pitying, go down the list. Like, there are emotions tied into all of those. So this would be a good one to diffuse, to wear, to just keep you in a good place with your emotions. Also, hope. When you get into that point of pity, put a little of this on, put it in a diffuser. I mean, that's the best way to use all of these, to apply them or diffuse them. But this one's good to have when you're having those really rough days where everything just looks really down. And then peace and calming, to keep them from becoming that temperamental version of themselves that they don't want to be. Then also 5s, they are the investigative thinkers. Their desire is to be capable and confident, and they fear being empty or ignorant. At their best, they're analytical, sensitive, wise, objective, sensitive, curious, observant, and insightful. We need these types of people. We need the person who can kind of sit back and give us the honest, like, here are the facts. This is what I see. They can be really helpful to have in our circles. So some oils that can be paired well with the best part of their personality are frankincense, common sense, and cedarwood. I couldn't find another one that ended in sense that matched, but I wish I could have, because it would have made me happy. But frankincense is amazing for helping people stay grounded and objective. Common sense to help keep their thinking on that good path. And then cedarwood also helps oxygenate the brain and keep everything at a grounded pace. So just, they all could help with the same thing, but just some different options there. At their worst, a 5 can be intellectually arrogant, stingy, distant, critical of others. Hello, the ones are vibing here. Unassertive, cynical, isolated, and relationally distant. Again, ouch, but it is what it is, right? And this is where I think learning where our weaknesses are can become really important, because then we can work on those. So the oils for them would be orange, surrender, and inner child. Orange helps to just brighten your outlook. It can cheer up your day so much, whether you apply or diffuse it. It also comes in the vitality line, so you can put this in your water to cheer up your hydration and you from like the inside out. Surrender, when they are getting super critical and maybe distant, they can just kind of surrender those feelings and move back into their better self. And then inner child, this oil helps you connect with that version of you as a kid before you had all of the emotional garbage that we deal with as we grow up, and it just helps you really tap into the best version of you on the inside. Like, I know that may sound woo-woo and crazy, but it really does work. Then sixes, these are the loyal guardians. Their desire is security and guidance, and their fear is abandonment or danger. At their best, they're loyal, likable, prepared, trustworthy, compassionate, witty, practical, and supportive. Again, we all need this friend in our circle. Like, I love how all of these fill a gap that the other personalities may have. So some oils that can be used when they're at their best are gentle baby. This may sound crazy, but we all guard, like when we have a little tiny baby, we all guard that baby. And I feel like that peaceful calmingness of this oil just pairs well with who they really are. Clove and cinnamon bark, these are kind of spicy. They're also very protective for us on a physical level. I can't say a whole lot about them without being flagged online, but I feel like the guard work that these oils do for our bodies is very much like the guard work that a 6 does in a relationship. At their worst, they are hypervigilant, dependent, unpredictable, judgmental, paranoid, defensive, rigid, and self-doubting. So some oils that would be good for them when they move into this side of their personality would be Believe, Sacred Mountain, and Lime. Believe, to help them see the best in people if they're hitting that judgmental thing, or they're becoming super unpredictable. Maybe they're self-doubting. It's time to believe that, like, you can be the best version of you. You can shift back into the positive traits that everyone loves you for. Sacred Mountain, this one is good for just bringing emotions back to a good place. It can be a little motivating and energizing. It depends on the person. And then Lime, again, another bright, cheerful oil. Citrus oils are great for like cheering up and that kind of thing. This one also comes in the vitality line, so you can put that in your water, help brighten your day that way as well. 7s, these are the entertaining optimists. Their desire is satisfaction and contentment, and their fear is boredom or missing out. So they tend to be the fun friend in a crowd, which again, we all need. At their best, they're fun-loving, spontaneous, imaginative, productive, enthusiastic, quick, confident, and charming. All of us ones sort of wish we could be them. Because that's not us. But we love our 7 friends. So Lemon, Valor, and Into the Future are some oils that you can pair with this type. Lemon is really bright. A lot of people refer to it as sunshine in a bottle. And a lot of times when you have a friend who's super cheerful, they're like your ray of sunshine and they're fun. So I think this oil is a great one that pairs with their personality. It kind of reflects them. Valor, to keep them confident and out there with people. And then Into the Future, because they are out there looking for the next thing that they can do with people that's fun and energetic, and they can sometimes see things that the rest of us are too like in the present moment to see. At their worst, they're self-focused, impulsive, they're an escapist, they're rebellious, distracted, superficial, manic, and even self-destructive. So some oils for them, if they're struggling with this, would be Common Sense, to keep them seeing things from an actual factual view and not like deeply seated in their emotions, which are probably going to be lying to them if they're in this worst part of their character, because our emotions do that to all of us. Present time, to keep them like in what's actually happening, not get so lost in those emotions as well. And then Idaho Grand Fir, this is another great one when you're super emotional, to just bring you back. Like, trees are very, very grounding, and this oil comes from the fir tree. So this is a great option, all 3 of them, for just helping them be emotionally sound, I guess is the best way to put that. 8s, these are the protective challengers. They're known for being a little in your face, and they say it how it is. And I love these people. Like I said, this was kind of second on my assessment, so I vibe with them very much. They're not out to get you, but they want you to know the truth, and they're going to stand for it. So their desire is to protect from harm or control, and their fear is injustice or being weak. At their best, they're compassionate, inspiring, direct, resilient, energetic, empowering, protective, and self-confident. And I can think of one lady in general that I follow on social media, and she is a definite 8. She says the facts, she tells you how it is, and you know it's because she wants you to be the best version of you and have all the knowledge that you need to make the best decisions. So some oils for them would be magnify your purpose, because they have a purpose. Excuse me. When they speak, they're not just speaking to put words out there. They're putting out that information that they have to help you. Valor, to give them the courage to speak. I mean, they are already very courageous when they go out there and fight against falsehood and injustice. And also pine. Pine is a very protective oil on its own, again, for the body. And I think that it just pairs so well with the personality type of an 8. At their worst, they can be loud, vengeful, excessive, controlling, rebellious, insensitive, domineering, and self-centered. When you're speaking the truth, it really has to come with a grain of love if it's going to be accepted and some grace. And that's hard to remember sometimes. So that when they reach that point of wanting to just like bark out the truth and shove it down your throat because some people just don't want to listen, peace and calming can be really helpful to just kind of chill them out a little bit. Bergamot is really bright. It's really cheerful. It's another citrus oil. Some people find that it's really beneficial to smell when they're dealing with bouts of anger. So that's just something that some people have found really useful for them. And then transformation, to transform you from that really shove it down your throat type personality back to here's the truth. This is what I want you to know so that you can take this knowledge and empower yourself. And it is a transformation when people do that. Like, they are helping people transform their lives as well. And last but definitely not least are our 9s, the peaceful mediator. I am married to a hardcore 9. Jared is very much a 9. Their desire is for peace of mind and stability, and their fear is conflict or being forgotten. They want things to be as peaceful as possible, excuse me, in every relationship they have. At their best, they're pleasant, peaceful, generous, patient. They're an accepting diplomatic. They're open-minded, they're empathetic, and they're caring. This is my husband in a list. So I am not that way. The 9 is my wing, but I'm only a 9 when things are organized and going the way I plan. So I get this some, but it's not my strong personality. But being married to Jared, I have a lot of experience with this personality, and I'm so thankful that we have these types of people in our lives, and especially for me in my home. I need him very often to balance out my oneness. So at their best, some oils that are good for them are goldenrod, one heart, and tranquil. Tranquil just is very much like their personality already, but sometimes they need it, especially if things are getting out of that peaceful moment. One heart, this is an amazing oil for helping others. Goldenrod, this is another really great oil. I don't remember exactly why I put it on here, but if you're a 9, message me and I'll tell you. At their worst, they can be spaced out, forgetful, stubborn, resigned, passive-aggressive, judgmental, unassertive, and self-forgetting. And I'll try not to say anything about my husband because I don't want to bash him, but I've seen these in his personality. Like, it's very, very definitely a 9 thing. So some oils that can be good for them are lavender, inner child, and one voice. We've already talked about one voice helping the 2 speak up for themselves. It would be something that would be very helpful for a 9 to be able to speak out and say, this is what I need, and not be that self-forgetting type. Inner child, to help them connect with that best version of themselves, to not kind of just check out when things don't go exactly the way they want. And then lavender, to help keep them calm. It's very peaceful. And I think it's just something that would be good for them. So a little how-to as far as using them. I've talked about this a little bit topically. You can place this in your hand, rub it in a clockwise motion, and apply it to your forehead, wrists, and heart. This would apply for any of the types and oils. And then aromatically, you can put a few drops in the diffuser, you add the water and turn it on. And then you could also wear it on diffuser jewelry so that you get some of those benefits throughout the day. Or you can even make a perfume with it as well. There's ways to do that, so you can wear it that way. So to grab these and oil up for your personality type, you can use my referral link to set up your free account with Young Living, because there are no starter kits now. We still have them, but they're not required to order anything, which I think is amazing, because you can customize these to you, like to your personality type, to exactly what you need for whatever your goals may be. So you can order anything you want on subscription and immediately lock 24% off your order. It's awesome. As long as you have that product on subscription, you get that discount. This is completely customizable. Like I said, there's no minimum order, which is awesome. So you can literally just get like a $5 oil, or $7, $5, I don't know. I haven't looked at what our cheapest oil is, but anyway, lemon's pretty affordable. So it just depends on what you're looking for. But you can put that on there, literally also one thing, and you can cancel this with the click of a button. You don't have to call customer service. You don't have to ask me to do it. You can just go in and clear your template and it's gone. So you're not locked into anything ever. And the other way to unlock that discount is to order 100 PV, which stands for point value. You'll see that marked on the website in the products, and that will instantly unlock that 24% off for a calendar year. So you wouldn't have to worry about something being on subscription. You can go in and just place a shop order anytime you want, and you'd automatically get that discount. So there are ways to do that, and it's awesome. You'll never regret saving 24%, right? And then when you do an order of 100 PV or more, you also instantly get free shipping. You just have to make sure you choose the economy shipping option. But that's usually the default it chooses, but just check that to be sure. So that's all of the numbers, all of the details, and exactly how you can get these things. So an oil that may have caught your attention that you're wanting to try, go ahead and reach out to me. I'll send you my clickable link, and you can go find those oils using the search bar on the website. It works awesome now. Like, you go on, you create your free account, and you shop like you would on any other website. So if you guys need any help or want any other recommendations, let me know. But I hope that was enjoyable and helpful. I had a lot of fun putting it together and learning about the different personality types in depth a little bit more. So I will be back consistently teaching. My goal is once a week. So if there's something you guys want to know more about in any relation to oils, Young Living products, health, whatever it may be, shoot me a message. I'd love to actually do some of these on something that some of you might want to know about. So have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon.